Hey, what am I wearing? Okay, welcome back to another episode of the Streetwise English Podcast. 我叫卡尔，我是你的英语口语老师，我想帮你学英语。So, I'm going to be your English coach today, and I want to help you learn English. 今天我想聊一下我怎么学的西班牙语，我是怎么学西班牙语的。So today I want to talk to you about how I am learning Spanish. That's right, 西班牙语 is Spanish. So I want to tell you about how I've been learning Spanish. And I've been learning for about 3 or 4 years now. 我已经学了3或者4年了。So first of all, I recommend finding a tutor, a one-on-one tutor, a real person, not just a video on the internet. 我推荐你先找一个1对1的口语老师。So I found a tutor online in Mexico City. 我找到了一个在墨西哥首都的一个辅导老师。And I usually have lessons with him about every 2 weeks. 我平常是每2周修一门课。So I usually have a lesson with my tutor once every 2 weeks. And the advantage of having a tutor is that they are very patient listeners, and they understand that you are going to make mistakes and can help you correct your mistakes. 这样有一个老师，他可以帮你修改你的错误，他也很耐心，耐心 is patient, and that's a good quality of any listener or teacher. 会听别人那个很耐心是一个非常非常重要的。And besides having a tutor, I have watched TV series in Spanish. I have watched TV series in Spanish. 等一下，那个电话的声音。Sorry about that phone sound. So, watching TV series in the target language can help you learn a lot of vocabulary. 是看电视剧也帮我提高我的西班牙语水平，也学会很多词汇。Yeah, so lastly, I want to talk about listening to podcasts. 最后是听播客。The last thing I want to talk about is listening to podcasts. 最后我想说的是听播客。Listening to podcasts. So, the benefit of listening to a podcast is that there is no visual. You're not watching TV, you're not watching a screen, but you're just listening with your ears. 你不用看屏幕，你只是用你的耳朵听。Nowadays, we watch computer screens, iPads, computers, cell phone screens, mobile devices all day long. And at the end of the day, your eyes are tired, right? That's how I feel. 现在我们整天都看屏幕，要不电视屏幕，要不手机屏幕，要不电脑屏幕，所以光听节目是可以让你的眼睛休息了。So just listening to a podcast with only your ears can allow you to rest your eyes. And that is a great way to learn a foreign language is by listening. Now, you have to listen to things that are at your level. 你要听就是在你的水平的一些节目，不要听特别高级的，你也听不进去啊。If you listen to things that are too advanced, you won't be able to understand them. You need to listen to podcasts that are at your level. So if you are a very advanced language learner, then you can listen to anything. 如果你的水平非常高，你随便就都可以听啊。But if you are a beginner or at an intermediate level, it's best to listen to podcasts that are easier to understand. That way you will learn new vocabulary and grammar and improve your listening and speaking. 但是如果你是在一个初级水平或者中级水平，那你要听比较合适的节目，这样就是听众目标是初级或者中级的水平，这样你能学会新的词汇还有语法，还有你就更会吸收这些内容。So you can absorb the material better if it's at your level. 所以我说的这么多关于那个播客，是因为我自己有播客。The reason why I've said so much about podcasts is because I have a podcast. I have a podcast designed for intermediate level students of English. 我有一个播客，就是我专门设计到是给中级那个水平的学生听。So 中级 is intermediate, right? Intermediate level students. And I speak very clearly, and I leave enough pauses in my speech so that you can follow me. And I try not to speak too fast. 我留了很多空格，还有我的速度不快，然后我是故意的这样说话，这样你能听懂啊。So I intentionally leave spaces in my speech and speak a little bit slower than normal so that you can understand me. My podcast name is the Streetwise English Podcast. Streetwise English Podcast. 翻译成什么街头英语。So streetwise, it just means like 日常用的口语，日常用的口语，英语口语。So basically everyday English, things that you will run across as you're speaking to your friends, your foreign friends, or for work at your meetings, or watching your favorite TV show. 就是你生活上会用的，或者你开会用的，或者你看电视会碰到的。So this is why I am a strong advocate of learning by podcasts, because I myself have learned Spanish, am learning Spanish by listening to podcasts. Right now, that's the main way that I'm studying Spanish is by listening to podcasts. 我为什么录播客，是因为我自己觉得非常有用。我学西班牙语就是听播客的，所以这是我为什么帮你们录播客，我觉得非常有用。So the reason why I'm making it for you is because I feel that learning from podcasts is very useful, very effective, and will help you learn English. Thank you for listening. I'm Carl of the Streetwise English Podcast. I hope that this was useful. 我希望这个对你来说有用啊。我这次是双语录的，一般我只是用英语录的，但是有一些学生说他听不懂，所以现在我一边说中文一边说中文英文。So I'm speaking today in Chinese and English to help you understand better, because some students left comments and said that they couldn't understand very well. So thank you for listening. I'm Carl of the Streetwise English Podcast. 加油,加油,我们一起加油. You can do it. Let's do it. Bye-bye.